Hey everyone, just wanted to do a quick preview of the flat stage tomorrow. Stage 17 circuit race from Nimes to Nimes, 177 kilometers long. Um, you know, Nimes, of course, I'm not sure if you've been there or not, but if you have not been there, definitely worth visiting for like a famous Roman amphitheater, the ruins of it, but absolutely beautiful. And of course, beautiful old town, and I've seen a lot of different things during its history. Including the crusade against Cathars that I talked about, 100 Years' War, and the struggle against between Catholics and the Protestants in the 16th century, and more recently it's been a stage for the corridas, right? The bullfighting, which you know. The stage finish actually is going to be a big bullfight between the sprinters. So although I do not support bullfighting at all, it's kind of interesting that we have a stage finish there. The 177-kilometer circuit race around Nimes is one of the last chances for the sprinters to catch the glory, and the last chance before the Alps and before Paris, right before Champs-Élysées stage. Um, and it's going to be super, super hot tomorrow around Nîmes. 100 degrees, right? Some of the forecast is predicted us. So this is going to play to the final sprint finish as well. Um, we're going to have some wind, going not from a crosswind, but from mostly the front. But the sustained wind is actually stronger, so there's always the danger there. This is going to create the conditions for a super, super nervous stage. All the teams are going to want to be up front. There may be a one or two crashes, especially when the sprinters teams start chasing. So I'm expecting one or two crashes early on because just simply everyone is nervous, and hopefully this won't affect favorites. But watch tomorrow. There's a chance for crosswinds, and there's also a chance for a crash because everyone is nervous. Um, Typical kind of a, some rolling flat stage. So typical, scenario tomorrow. There's going to be an early breakaway. Usual guys, probably two or three, four guys, because nobody's really going to want to take a chance. It's more for to show, to show off the sponsors' colors, and maybe to win a little bit of francs along the way through the small climb and through the sprint finish in the middle of the stage. So I'm expecting 1T, I'm expecting CCC, I'm expecting Katusha. Maybe now where AGR2 will put a man in the break because the Badred is out of the classification. They don't have the GC guy now. Cofidis will be there. Dimension Data, they don't have a sprinter anymore, right? So their Nitzol is out. So maybe they'll put man in the breakaway. Direct Energy, the same thing. So basically, the break early tomorrow is going to be the teams who don't either have a sprinter or they don't have a GC guy. So expect teams like this to form a break of 2, 3, 4 men early tomorrow. The sprinter teams will definitely take over because this is the last chance before Paris. So they will be working, they will be controlling that break, and it's going to be, I assume, they'll probably get no more than 3 minutes. Okay. Uh, there is a climb that is uncategorized, and it comes 15 kilometers from the finish. It's 2.5 kilometers long. It's at 4%. So again, I'm not really expecting it to have a big impact on the race, even on the pure sprinters. So I think we should mention that, but I think it's most definite that it's going to be a sprint finish tomorrow. Um, Another issue that I've looked at the last 2 or 3 kilometers of the stage. One of the big issues tomorrow is going to be roundabouts. We have 3 roundabouts, and it's not that they're super hard, but they're one-way roundabouts. So you cannot go on this roundabouts uh, on both ways around. You have to pick the right way. So this could be an issue for somebody, right? So watch the GC teams, of course, being aware of that. But watch 1 or 2 guys may make a mistake on that roundabout and go the other way where you're not supposed to go. So this is going to be interesting. Definitely, every time you have a roundabout for a sprint finish, it kind of narrows the things, right? Kind of narrows them. So watch the sprint teams fight for position, because one of those roundabouts, the final one, comes about 500 meters from the finish. So it's going to be interesting how this plays out here. And obviously, watch for the GC man not to make a stupid mistake, right? So keep their men towards the front, but not too far away to the front, so it affects everyone for crashes. So once you hit 3 kilometers, get out of there, right? 3 kilometer zone, get out of there. You have no business to be up front with top 15 guys when they're going crazy, right? Again, can't take that chance. So watch for that for the roundabouts, and especially the last one way roundabout. So you can only go around one way, and especially that one 500 yards to go. Tomorrow, because of the heat, there might be some crashes, and I'm hoping there's not a crash at the end, but this could play into a factor. The finish but the roundabout is actually pretty good for the sprinters. But watch for the nervousness, and because of the heat, watch for the nervousness because of the chance of the echelons, and watch the final sprint because the heat may get some people a little bit over the edge. So it's going to be pretty chaotic sprint. Everybody's tired by now. Okay. As far as the favorites, I don't expect Peter Sagan. I don't expect Viviani to win it because they have to do work. Peter Sagan has to do work has been doing work in the mountains for not only for Bookman but for the green jersey. This definitely is affecting him. He's still going to be in the sprint competitive, but I don't think he's going to be up there for the win. Viviani's probably lost a little bit of an edge by now because he's working for whom? For Alaphilippe, right? We see him yesterday. I think we saw him on a stage working early, so that certainly will, may affect his speed. So for me, tomorrow, 5-star favorites. Okay, I'm looking at Caleb Ewan, 5-star favorite. I'm looking at Groenewegen, 5-star favorite. I'm looking at Christoph being a 4-star favorite. Sagan in there in the mix at 3-star favorite. Corbelli is still in the race, 3-star favorite, and Debusche Jens as a 3-star favorite. So this is, Viviani, you can't count him out, but I'm thinking also like a 2-star or 3-star favorite. So tomorrow, I think it's going to be between Groenewegen, the German Panzerwagen, and in Caleb Ewan tomorrow, the really fast Canadian, the Canadian Rocket. All right, and I think Caleb Ewan tomorrow. Oof, boy, that's a tough one, right? It's always a tough one because Caleb Ewan is going against Groenewegen, right? So who do you take? You know what? I initially thought that it was going to be Caleb Ewan, but who gets the second? Right? They're just so equally matched. I'm going to go for the German Panzerwagen, right? So I'm going for Groenewegen tomorrow with a victory in a very, very, very close photo finish with Caleb Ewan. Okay? Hopefully you enjoyed this short preview of the Stage 16 tomorrow. Watch out for the roundabouts. Watch out for everybody being nervous because it's so hot, and watch out for the wind. All right? If you enjoyed this preview, hit like. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Send me questions. Send me comments. I'm curious about what you think about this year's Tour de France and about tomorrow's favorites and overall action in the Alpine stages. Thanks, guys. Take care.